Hi, everybody. This is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food, and this is Tuesday with a turtle, a successful turtle, who's returning to tell us how she's had some success. We had a little difficulty last week, as you may recall, so we're doing it again, and this will be ready for broadcast and without any technical things. So let's say hi to Melissa. Hi,
Hey, good
Melissa.
morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good.
So last
Let me
week we had
introduce
a
myself.
problem. I'm
Yes,
sorry, what?
yes, we did. And I never introduced myself. Actually, where I live, how old I am, and all that kind of stuff.
All right, dive in,
My my
sister.
hands, my hand is shaking. My name's Melissa Lewis, and I'm originally from Brunswick, Georgia. Moved to Hortense, Georgia. Been there 36 years. Been happily married for going on 35 years. We have three children. My oldest is 28, my middle's 24, and my baby is 20. And I have four beautiful grandchildren. And I'm an owner and operator of a daycare center. I've been doing that for going on 24 years. So I'm keeping other people's children that I used to keep when they were babies. And
Oh,
I keep
yeah,
my own
now they're dropping
grandchildren
off
too.
their kids again. Wow. All right, so tell us a little
So
bit
anyway,
about your food story.
okay. Well, back in 2004, well, after I had children, I had gained a lot of weight. And I was happy, didn't really care, just eat what I want, got big as a house. But finally, 2004, I went low carb and I lost 50 pounds. And about 4 years later, went back to eating the junk and was happy, didn't care, got big again and actually bigger. So in 2015, I said I've got to do something. I was 213 pounds. My knees were hurting, had acid reflux. I was just couldn't hardly walk. I had that, what do you call it, planters, where you get up in the morning and your feet hurt as soon as you hit the floor. I said, I got to do something. So I got on the internet and I found, well, I went back to Atkins and I did the induction phase. And I was like, oh, I got to find something that's going to be a lifestyle that I can continue to do. So I found low carb, high fat, and come to find out that it was a low carb, high fat was branched off the Atkins. Can you still see me?
Yeah,
Hear me?
there was just a blip, but you're fine now.
I moved.
Oh,
Can
now
you see me now? Hear me?
um, I've lost your picture.
You okay now?
Yes, I'm okay. I'm okay now.
Anyway, in 2015, I found low carb, high fat, started on that, and within 2 months, I'd lost 20 pounds, felt good, started walking. My knees quit hurting. I started walking, and I've been doing this ever since 2015. I've lost over 50 pounds, and I'm continuing, and I'm learning that being in maintenance is a job.
It is. It is. It's like people, have no idea because it gets very, very slippery, doesn't it, Melissa?
Yes, it can be very daunting being on in maintenance, but like I said, I'm learning also to not look at that scale and be happy with how much I've lost and how good I feel.
And when we met originally with the first Tuesday with the turtle, you had hit a plateau. And so we
Oh
were
yes.
discussing some of the things that you were still doing, and maybe those could be just not adding to the pleasantness of the plateau. And so tell us what you did after our first time talking and the success that happened.
I cut out the sucralose, started using the xylitol, and the diet drinks, I cut them out. I'm drinking a lot more water. I started back on my apple cider vinegar routine, and actually, before I started back with apple cider vinegar, I was having back pain. I was having hip pain. I thought it was my mattress. So I said, well, let me start back on the apple cider vinegar. And I'll tell you what, the next day, my hips and back quit hurting. So I don't know if it might have been my kidneys or, but anyway, when I do the apple cider vinegar and lemon and cinnamon, and I tend to
Tell
drink
us
more
how
water.
you concoct that, and then what time of the day you have it.
Okay, in the morning, first thing in the morning, I do 4 ounces of water, 2 tablespoons apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. I do a whole teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of ginger, half fourth of a teaspoon of turmeric, a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of cayenne pepper, a little bit of my preferred sweetener, of the xylitol. I'll put some of that in there. Suck it down with a straw, backwash with some water. My husband does it also, and he can tell a big difference. His big toe was hurting him the other day, and I make me one and him one. So we both drink it every morning. He said, my big toe quit hurting. I said, it was that apple cider vinegar. It really does help.
Wow. What a
And when I
miracle
first,
drink.
yeah, and when I first began this journey, I was doing the bulletproof coffee and everything like that. Well, when I first hit my first plateau, I've been through several plateaus. Yeah. And it took me 10 months.
Some people go to every state in the United States, and you just happen to every time there's a plateau, you break for it, right?
Yeah. But it took me 10 months to lose that 50 pounds. And anyway, I quit with cut out the apples. I mean, not the apples, but the bulletproof coffee for a little while, and that helped. And when I do also with that plateau, when I spoke with you, I cut out the cream or something. I was doing heavy whipping cream and half, and I'll buy the cans of coconut milk and do like just enough to get my coffee blonde. And drink that, and there's more fat in that, and there's
do you shake it?
Less calories.
Do you shake it up?
I use a frother.
No, but I mean the can of milk, because isn't there?
Oh yes. I'll shake it up and measure it out, and pour that in my coffee. But I just love heavy whipping cream. I love half. So, but when I cut out that, I can notice the change in my weight too. So.
Do you think it has anything to do with dairy versus because coconut milk has the fat in it?
Yes, I do believe, and like I said, on the weekends I'll do the heavy whipping cream, and during the week I'll do the coconut milk. Try to switch it up. And also do the Knox gelatin. Remember we talked about
Oh,
that
yeah. No,
before?
you'll have to tell them about it, because that was all lost.
Oh, I believe in that stuff. My skin is, I don't know, I'm pretty sure it's from eating keto. My skin is improved. But also I incorporate Knox gelatin, the unflavored powder, into my coffee. I'll do 1 tablespoon in the morning and like 1 after lunch, But I do drink my coffee in the morning. I don't eat till 12. So I'll eat my first meal at 12, and it's a veg and a protein. I did really good yesterday. I have been cutting way back on the carbs, and I've noticed a change with that the past 2 weeks. I do still do net, but I'm under. Yesterday it was under 10 carbs net. So
Tell us why you do the net versus total.
what I'll do. Well, I'll eat like mostly.
No, tell
What
us
was
why
that?
you do net carbs instead of total carbs.
Me, because of my age, it's like when I eat a little bit more carbs, I can tell I'm a little bit more puffier, and I can, well, the fiber too. You know, you can deduct. Is that right? You can deduct the fiber from the carbs. That's why I do it. I don't know.
So what is a typical serving of the veg that you have at your noontime meal?
I'll have like one chicken thigh, or in a salad, or like yesterday I had salmon. I had a baked salmon with lemon and everything on it with a salad.
What is the size
Um,
of your salad, Melissa?
I do less. It's like a cup. It's not much at all. Just enough to get a little bit of green. And I'll buy like frozen, not frozen, but I cook a lot of mustard greens, collard greens. Oh, and I do a lot of coleslaw. I'll make my own coleslaw, but it's unsweet. I'll put the apple cider vinegar in it. I buy the prepackaged coleslaw. I love the angel hair coleslaw
Oh, I've
and
seen
spinach.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
And what do you use for dressing on your wee little salad?
I'll mix. I'll take the apple cider vinegar and I'll pour that on there with some pink salt and pepper, and that's just fine for me. Or every
No
now and
oil.
then I'll do the ranch. Sometimes I will do the olive oil. Sometimes I always forget. And nutritional yeast, I try to incorporate that too. I always forget. I need to put it on the table. It's like here, it's there. But anyway, and I eat. If I'm not hungry, I'll try not to eat. And if I've learned through this way of eating true hunger, especially through intermittent fasting. So I know when I'm hungry that my body, and I crave stuff that I've never craved before. I mean, like liver. Really, I'll cook chicken liver at least once a week, and I'll just bake it in with our chicken. Just bake it in the oven and let it brown really well, and eat that at least
You.
once a week.
I made numaki, I think that's or rumaki, and back in the 50s, it used to be like an appetizer that people would have, but it's chicken liver, a water chestnut wrapped in bacon.
That sounds good.
I made them. Greg made a face. I liked it, but he made a face. So, um, but I would do it again for myself.
Yeah, my husband, he's not as strict as I am because he's a man. He needs a little bit more energy, I guess you'd say. And we've joined the gym and we've been working out and going walking. And anyway, I
Has he
think he'll
lost
eat a little
weight?
bit more. Oh yes, he lost 30 pounds. He After I had lost my weight, he's like, "Oh, you ain't getting healthy without me." So
um, so, so are you conflicted with what you feed your kids at the daycare, or are you able to
I am, I am, but the thing that conflicts me is I'm supposed to feed them meat, veg, fruit, or two fruits, or two vegetables, and bread. You know, but I try to do healthy. Like in the snack time, we'll do celery sticks and ranch. They love that. Pickles. I don't serve margarine. We have real butter, and we don't fry. If we do, it's coconut oil. But I have two air fryers, and we'll do like tater tots. I just switched to sweet potato. So we're trying that now. We'll do sweet potato tater tots, sweet potato fries, and see how they like that. And then juice, I don't give them, I mean, I'll buy one big thing of juice, and that's it for the week. And then after they drink the juice, is water. And I have to serve a lot of milk too for them. So, and the only kind of milk they allow me to buy is 1%. I can't buy 2% or whole milk. Now the children that are up to 2 years old or 1 year old can have whole milk, but 2 and over, it's 1%.
So it sounds like instead of having the typical snack of goldfish and like sliced apples, it sounds like, um, you've got the savory or the just a snack that's not white flour. That's good, right?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Does
We'll do
anybody
apples.
else? Huh?
We'll do apples and peanut butter a lot too.
Yeah.
Um,
Does anybody that helps you out at the daycare do your food plan?
oh, yes. My best help, Miss Gussie. She's the best. She's back on it now, and I've been planting little seeds about intermittent fasting with her, and she's trying it. Yeah.
Yeah, I
We
think
had a
that the
lot.
older you get, the better the intermittent fasting, really accompanied by OMAD or 2MAD really is the best thing, isn't it?
Yes, I do. I just love it because it's like I have more control of when I put some, and I know my body. It's like my body. I'm learning it better. Like what time it is to eat and what to put in my mouth and what's gonna make me feel good.
So true hunger versus, I'm bored or the clock says it's time to eat. It's really true hunger.
Mm-hmm. And I've been researching more about intuitive eating
Okay.
too, and that's kind of like what it is, intuitive eating, when you're doing intermittent fasting. Now, if I'm starving, I will eat. I'm not gonna make myself say, "Hey, okay, it's 12 o'clock. I gotta wait till 12 o'clock to eat." No, I've woke up some mornings and be so hungry that it feels like my stomach is like caving in, hungry. I was like, "Okay, I need to eat. I need
Feed
to eat." It feels
me!
like it's touching. So yeah. Anyway,
So you're not dictated by a clock.
no, not really. I mean, I have done that, and I said I can't do that. I gotta listen to me, listen to my body, and
Isn't that a great
crave. And
feeling though?
yeah, it is. And also, I crave good food like spinach and chicken livers, and beef liver, and
That is
yeah.
excellent. So how about cravings and triggers? Since
Okay,
you gave up the sucralose and the diet soda,
I've
was it diet
noticed.
soda?
I have noticed a big difference in that, and actually, Easter. Easter. I posted a little bit. I haven't had anything sweet, no sugar since Easter. So, and I haven't really been craving any sweets. And if I do, I just like make me one of them bulletproof coffees, and it seems to help. And that's a treat now. I don't do that every day. So,
Do you miss the sucralose at all?
yeah.
The
Yeah, I can tell a
xylitol
big
works for
difference.
you? Hmm?
It does. It's kind of expensive though. It is. But yeah, I can tell a big difference in my cravings. And me too, being an older lady, um, I know I'm post-menopausal, and I don't know if that had something to do with this lifestyle. But like I said, I'm just trying to be happy and that I'm able. And I know I swear by that gelatin. I swear by that stuff. I can tell in my joints. I can tell in my skin, my hair, my nails. I'm constantly having to trim my nails. Um, Even my husband was like this morning, "Okay, I'm gonna start on this nut gelatin stuff." I said, "Okay, you need to."
Well, the money that you're not spending on an expensive
Yeah,
collagen peptide, you can spend on the xylitol
yes.
because you're buying the Knox gelatin, right?
Yes. Yes.
A nice trade-off. So what haven't we talked about that you'd like to tell the people since the last time we spoke, which was about 6 or 7 weeks ago?
That consistency is the key, and don't give up. And it can for a woman my age, no matter what age really. Well, I don't know, some young people lose faster, but it takes time. We didn't put on all this weight in a month. I mean, I was so intoxicated with junk in my body when I first went on this. It naturally detoxed. I could tell. I mean, I even so much as had like a boil come out on me. And I got the research in, and once you start losing fat, then toxins come out of your body. And I had to go get it removed. I mean, it was bad, but I haven't had any trouble since. And what we put in our mouth, what we eat, has a lot to do with our health. And I just recently lost my mother and my grandmother. But I've tried with my mother every day. I would go over there and pray for her and give her. She would even ask for coconut oil. I would give her coconut oil. We tried everything. But yes, and at this age now, I'm glad I found this way of eating. Hopefully, I'll be able to keep on going physically. And I love being able to do what I need to do and not be hurting and can't go. So anyway.
Yeah, you're lucky because you had a mother and grandmother that could give you guidance on what to do and what not to do, right, with their health and their issues.
Yes. My grandmother was 89
Wow.
when she passed, and I knew from her probably eating right when she was younger, she lived that long. I mean, they eat the real fat, the real butter, the real fat. So
I agree with you.
just
2
don't.
generations ago,
Yeah.
they would look at what our parents were doing, with the margarine and the low fat, no fat dressing and yogurt and all that stuff, and they'd just have the real thing. And it's like, I don't know. We learned not to, right?
Yeah, I know. And it's just like I want to tell everybody about it, but you can tell somebody something till you're blue in the face. They have to want it for themselves. And that's me. I can't go. I couldn't go on like I was going on. I'd be 300 to 400 pounds right now. And I mean, I used to drink a whole gallon of tea by myself, sweet tea now. And I love unsweet tea. I can drink unsweet tea. And that's what I make for me and my husband. I drink that with a little bit of lemon in it. And
when I worked at the daycare center at the shelter that I worked at for mothers and children, getting up from the floor.
Oh yeah.
That was the first thing that doing keto had me notice, the getting down was no problem. And it's like, literally, I'm down here. What else are we going to do down here? Because I'm not getting up again.
Yeah, that's like yesterday. I'll put a sheet down on the ground outside. It's been so pretty outside. And my grandson's 5. He's trying to learn how to tie his shoes. So I got down there with him and trying to teach him to tie his shoes. And I was thinking, if I would been 50 pounds heavier, I couldn't get up off this ground.
No, and he couldn't help you.
No.
Right?
Oh, no.
Well, this has been a great makeup session, Melissa, and I'm really sorry about the screw up last week. I don't know what happened, but something happened.
I was like, Sarah didn't like my video. She deleted it.
No, not at all. Not at all. No, because I don't have. You're the next one, so you'll be on the 14th with this video,
Okay.
and then I've got to go beg again. So, but this was great talking to you, and thank you for your patience with mess up. So anything else you want to tell the viewers before we say goodbye?
Just keep on keeping on, and don't give up. It works. It's the best way of eating that I know of. I've tried. Well, I've only tried Atkins, but I did do Slim Fast. But this is and starved. So, no, you can. This is a very good way of eating. I can tell so much difference in my body.
And I think as older women, our bodies love fat. Our brains love fat. And I feel like our joints love fat too, when you were speaking about joints, All right, everybody. So don't forget, get your Knox gelatin and your ACV, apple cider vinegar, with the mother.
Yeah.
That's the takeaway from Melissa. And put all those spices in it, give it a whirl, and she drinks it with a straw. So I'm sure that makes it easier. I would say that probably after the first week, you just did it. It wasn't like, oh God.
Yeah, like this morning I made our drink, and I just sucked it down, and my husband, he has trouble. He's like, ooh. We just like, ooh. Yeah, but I'm like, think how good it is for us. So we just suck it down.
Yeah. You just get over it. All right, well, Melissa, I'm going to say goodbye to our audience, and thank you so much. And you stay on, and we'll say goodbye to each other. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, pickles, snowflakes, and turtles, for watching Melissa. I'll see you the next time, and so will Melissa. Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you.